If we had to redo the list, we would definitely consider Caitlin Clark. The legendary Dawn Staley mentioned that Clark's performance has recently improved so significantly that it would warrant a reevaluation. The United States won the gold medal at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. One of the controversies was not selecting Caitlin Clark for the U.S. team. The Indiana Fever player, the #1 pick in the last draft, is one of the major figures in the WNBA despite having played only a few games. Her impact on the game is felt both on and off the court. In her latest game, she delivered the best performance of her career against her arch-rival, Angel Reese. The Fever rookie once again set impressive records against Reese, her adversary since college. Clark, an offensive phenomenon selected with the #1 pick in the last draft, broke all sorts of records in college basketball. She is also the first rookie to record a 30-point, 10-assist game in the U.S. Women's Basketball League. A new era has begun, the Caitlin Clark Revolution, which promises to take women's basketball to another level. It was the worst-kept secret in decades. Everyone knew that the Indiana Fever would choose Caitlin Clark as the #1 pick in the WNBA draft. That's why her fans packed the arena in what is known as the basketball capital of the U.S., and her new teammates went wild when the long-awaited announcement was made. And it's no wonder. This selection revives a franchise that hasn't made the playoffs since 2016, boosts the women's NBA, and especially elevates women's basketball in the country and globally. Yes, because this girl is a different kind of talent, who has already raised the sport's popularity from the NCAA with milestones and feats on the court, and now promises to do so in the professional league. Clark is a generational talent who began her sports revolution in the NCAA, the prestigious American College Tournament, a breeding ground for both the WNBA and the NBA. Standing 6 feet 0 inches, she has been named Player of the Year 2 years in a row and, weeks before finishing her college career, achieved historic milestones, such as becoming the all-time leading scorer in women's basketball and extending that record to include men, surpassing the legendary Pete Maravich. We are talking about a player who excels not from physical dominance, but through the offensive skills she displays. Her long-range shots draw valid comparisons to Steph Curry. Her flashy assists complement her incredible court vision. Her ball handling is elite, and she shows personality and composure in clutch moments. She is a highlight factory in the era of highlights. Nothing more, nothing less. Of course, besides destroying opponents, she annihilates TV and streaming ratings and draws crowds to arenas. In fact, this year's Women's March Madness, the NCAA tournament's conclusion, generated more attention than the men's tournament. Even LeBron James came out to defend her from the few haters she has. If you don't like her game, you're just a hater. Keep me away from people like that, posted the king. A new era has begun. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me a lot to keep adding content about the most beautiful sport in the world. Just as Grant Hill is the coordinator for the men's national teams, the women's team has a committee that meets with head coach Cheryl Reeve. One of the committee members is Dawn Staley. She was a historic player with 4 Olympic medals, 3 world championships, and even served as the flag bearer for Team USA in Athens 2004. NBC spoke with Staley and asked her about Caitlin Clark's absence from the Olympic roster. If we had to do it all over again, based on how she's playing, she would be strongly considered for the team, Staley told the U.S. media. She added, "She's playing at a higher level than many WNBA players." The gold medal-winning women's team compiled a roster of 12 players who played between May 14th and June 30th, 2024, and won the gold medal. In summary, a striking statement ahead of the tournament. The U.S. played in Paris with perimeter players Chelsea Gray of the Las Vegas Aces, Sabrina Ionescu of the New York Liberty, Jewel Lloyd of the Seattle Storm, and Kelsey Plum of the Las Vegas Aces. What do you think, Caitlin Clark? Do you think she's taking women's basketball to another level? Do you think she will play in the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics?